All right, welcome back. It's time for us to talk tech, consumer tech. Now, it's consumer tech today. I'm going to be joined by Stephen Asebwedi, who is a digital marketing consultant. We're going to be looking, of course, it's Breast Cancer Month, so we're going to be looking at apps, and websites that help us to manage the breast cancer situation. And Stephen is on Zoom with me. Stephen, good morning.
Good morning, Kweku.
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
Okay,
and you?
I'm very well, thank you. Now,
Good.
let's get into a conversation this morning. Now, I understand that our focus this morning is on men.
Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, go on.
Why men?
The truth is that we've done a lot this month. Both us and all the people you've brought on the show have talked a lot about breast cancer awareness, but it's always focused on the women.
Yes.
We don't discuss breast cancer, among men enough. So today we want to focus on the men, just try and keep, the men informed a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then we'll look also at, how you can manage, having breast cancer. So going through the treatment, some of the things you need to deal with. Yeah.
All right. Fantastic. Let's get into it.
All right. So viewers, over the last few weeks, we've looked at a number of things. We started off by looking at an app that I love called Know Your Lemons, which what we said was that the good thing about it is that you can customize it, and it can track you to give you hints on when to do your self-examination, when to go for your mammogram, whatever, all those things, which is great. Unfortunately, it doesn't do it for us men.
Okay.
Then last week, we looked at a website called breastcancernow.org, and that has a lot of information. That's a website that we recommended to you. Today, we're going back to our favorite website called breastcancernow.org, but this time we're looking at men and the information there that you can access on men, breast cancer amongst men. The reason why we do this, like we said, Kweku, is that in Ghana, there aren't even enough doctors to go around and propagate this message about breast cancer awareness.
Yeah.
And what we all do also as corporate is that in October, we get all our pink shirts and tops ready, and we'll go around telling people, go and get yourself checked.
Yeah.
But this education should be all year round. And that's why we love these websites and stuff. So if you are online, if you want to go online, you can go to breastcancernow.org. When you are there, if you can see my screen, just go to the information and support. You go to, have I got breast cancer? Okay. If you click on that and let it load and you scroll down, there's a lot of information, but you scroll down and you come to breast cancer in men.
Okay.
That's the page you want to be on. Then let's look at some of the great information that they have here. We're not doctors, so we won't try and discuss the details, but I want to share what's here. People can come here deep dive. So, for example, can men get breast cancer? Okay. And like we said, it's very, very true. Most people don't think that men can get breast cancer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it says it starts in small amounts of breast tissues. Okay. So, and then that's even more significant. It means that you can't detect it easily.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And it's given a number. This is a UK website. It says about around 370 men are diagnosed with breast cancer in UK. That's not enough. That's we may say that's not a lot, but it's still a number that we want to be able to reach and speak to. In Ghana, might be a small amount.
Yes.
So then it looks at some of the symptoms. So say it says a little lump in the chest area. Okay. Now, it's a morning show. But us guys, what we are taught to do is that when you're having your shower, you just kind of like feel your testicles and to check for other things.
Yes.
Which we're not discussing today.
Yes.
We are never taught to check our breasts for lumps.
For lumps, yeah, that's true.
But this is something we should be doing regularly. Okay. And that's one that we want to encourage people to do. So, and it's very, very simple. On another day, or if they go on this website, they can see a video that's there. You just put your left hand behind your head. Okay, after you've had your shower, before wearing anything, and then with your 3 fingers in the middle, just massage around your breast. And if you feel any little lumps, just make sure that you get it checked. Okay. The other symptoms that they've said here, liquid sometimes called discharge. From the nipple. These are all things that they share here. So these are very, very important to watch out for. I think these are some of the things that we need to say a lot more to men. Let's start be aware that yes, we can get breast cancer. Number two, let's look out for these symptoms. And when you see any of these things, just reach out to your doctor as quickly as possible. Okay? Yeah. So like what it says here, what to do when you notice any symptoms. Exactly. Do that. Reach out to your doctor or whoever you can, your GP, that like they say here.
Yes.
Okay? Then it talks about the causes. Because we need to know also some of the causes that they so we can do that. Interestingly, it's more common among elderly men.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes. But that doesn't mean that, we can say, oh, well, I'm not 60, so I can, do whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
Now I cannot be bothered. No, we need to be bothered. Plus, like we're saying, we've said over the weeks, it's not just for those of the people that may have, breast cancer, but we also want to encourage people to build a network of support. So that even if you don't have it, get your dads, your uncles, and all the people that are in this age bracket that could possibly get it. Let's get them informed. Okay? And let's get into a network where we're sharing a lot of information so that people can benefit, so that we can all be better informed. Like we say, the starting point for dealing with any crisis or any illness is being informed. That's half the situation dealt with.
Okay. Yeah. Fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so if you scroll at the other things there, from radiation, then talk about the diagnosis and things like that. Because of the time, we wouldn't go through all of these details. So these are things where I would encourage everybody to come to this page, look at some of these symptoms. This is something that we don't hear it even on radio and TV in Ghana, talking about breast cancer among men, which is a shame.
Yeah.
And so we want people to come here, use this content here, and then be able to, get themselves informed. And then let's join in this whole idea of having an all year round awareness creation, and we'll be better off.
Absolutely. This is fantastic. I've never seen any website this comprehensive before, particularly focusing on something that is deemed to be a problem of women, and then it's giving so much information and advice, for men. It's I'm really super impressed. Is there anything else you want to share?
Yeah, I just want to read a little bit at the bottom before we go on to dealing with the, having breast cancer. So if you go to the bottom where it says telling other people, and it says, as breast cancer is usually associated with women, you may feel embarrassed about discussing your diagnosis. Yeah. And this is very, very typical. Even ordinary diseases, as men, we feel it's not man enough to be discussing your sicknesses with people.
Yes.
And this is where we want to encourage people that it's all right to talk about it. Talking about it is part of the healing. It's part of dealing with the situation. Yeah. So here you come to this platform. There are resources for you getting into a network of people to talk to, or even listening to other people's, or reading other people's diaries to help you able to deal with the shock and the anxiety, everything that you'll be going through. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so let's get into the other bit.
All right, so the other bit we want to deal with is going through, breast cancer. When you've been diagnosed to have breast cancer, one of the things that is always difficult for people to deal with is going through it and then sharing the information, for example. So one of the things we want to do is, I think there's a diary that I opened. I want to share it with everyone.
Okay.
Because we want to start creating diaries of some of these things.
Is this on the same website?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Okay. So there's another one. Let me look at this one before I come back to the breast cancer now. So you go to another website called My Breast Cancer Treatment.
Okay.
That's a bespoke website for diarizing your treatment.
Okay.
Okay. And this is also very, very important. Again, creating diaries is something we don't do. Public diaries is something we don't do in Ghana. We want to encourage people because somebody's survival story is what would encourage other people and strengthen other people to go through the process.
Yes.
And this platform gives you the tools to deal with that. So if you go here, you see various women who have gone through it, various stages, and their diaries. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you look at one of them, for example, and I'll encourage us to do that. Even if it's not a public one, have a notebook, start creating your own diary. You never know, someday you might sell it and make some money out of it. I'm not saying that's what you should do. But these are areas where nobody is really taking at, really creating content. And what if you had a blog that is a blog about your going through your treatment? Okay, so ladies out there, guys, if you're going through breast cancer, think about doing this. Okay, it's a good way. If you want to do it, reach out to Koko, reach out to me. We'll help you to do this, I'm sure. But this woman goes through by dates, by the date when, I had my mammogram a couple of days ago after skipping a few years, for example. So she starts off talking about how challenging, how anxious she was even going for the mammogram.
Okay.
This is something that a lot of people go through. So a diary like this, people go through, they can identify with, and it deals with a lot of the anxiety and everything that people go through. Yeah?
Yeah.
So that's one that we want to recommend to people.
Okay. That's super. Yeah.
All right. I think, so the next one I want to go through is going through the treatment.
Okay.
I hope you can still see my screen.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
All right. So it goes through, one of the things we need to do is understand the treatment. Because there's so much out, and doctors will explain it a lot better.
So are we looking at breast cancer now, the website, or my breast cancer treatment? All right, so I think we have a technical issue with Stephen's network. So if you're watching us right now and you want to engage us, use the hashtag Breakfast Daily on all social media platforms. The WhatsApp line is 0550585832. We're talking about breast cancer and looking at the apps and websites that will help in, informing us, advising us, guiding us at any point in time. Whether you're a woman or a man, these websites are very important because they help men. They're tailored towards the challenges that men will have specifically with that. And Stephen is back with us. Stephen, good. Yes. Stephen,
right.
just wrap it up for us. Yes, just wrap it up for us.
Okay. So this portal, like I said, if you go back on that problem, all the different types of treatment here, okay, you can click on them and we'll walk you through understanding these types of treatment. Okay, so it can prepare you. Again, the reason why we feel this is important is that in Ghana, there's not enough access to GPs. Okay. So a lot of people are recommended to go through these treatments and they don't know enough about going through these treatments.
Okay.
Come here, read all about it, prepare yourself, and having gone through this, you would have been prepared to deal with whatever treatment you're going to go through.
All right. Fantastic. Stephen, how do people get in touch with you if they want to find out more?
On Twitter, you can look for @Nasei, N-A-S-E-I.
Okay,
That's me.
@Nasei. Fantastic. Thank you for showing us this very detailed and deep information that I don't know. I didn't know this existed. So it's very, very encouraging that we actually have this for men.